Okay then. All right, let's talk about the new tactical hologram, the Phantom Pain, which is coming in 2.0. The reason I wanted to talk about this was specifically the potential for changes for it. But let's just have a little look through all of this and then we'll talk about what I want to talk about. So, duration after version 2.0 update, obviously. The challenge rewards, 240 asteroids, trial coin, premium tuners, shell credits, and other materials. And then you've got the trial store items, which is the Phantom Sentry Construct, Advanced Resonance Potion, Advanced Energy Core, Advanced Seal Tubes, shell credits, and other materials, okay? But I'm going to come back to this in a second, but let's just have a little look down this. So, obviously, we've got the tactical hologram, the Phantom Pain, the new tactical hologram chain challenges. And this is where you're going to come to for these. So, they're in a specific spot. So, this is good. They're being located in one spot for you to come and challenge them. And they are like a next level of holograms, shall we say. So, somewhere far from Laguna City, a shadow stirs, murmuring danger. The innocent pleas weigh heavy on your heart, and you cannot stand idle. To be eligible, you need to reach Union level 27, and it's located in the Falacio Fells, Thorn Crow Rises. No clue where that is, but we'll know tomorrow, won't we? And then obviously you got the trial store for it, and this is all the stuff that you can get out of there. And completing the challenges contain asteroids and trial coins, which can be exchanged in the trial store for rewards. This is a permanent gameplay feature. Stay tuned for more tactical hologram challenges that will become available in future versions. I wanna hyper focus on this a little bit, but let's talk about it because these are actually going to be like. They're going to be a serious problem, these guys are. They are going to be a problem. So, they've got special mechanisms, and this is the one for the fallacy and no return. So, we got precision. A successful dodge grants 1 stack of hover point for 3 seconds. At 3 stacks, all hover points will be cleared to grant super compute for 20 seconds. What's super compute? The resonator's attack is increased by 30% and additionally recovers 5 stamina per second. Pretty cool. But this is the major factor of these holograms. This is actually pretty insane. So this is going to be, Danjin mains are going to love this, basically. Your Danjin mains are going to be, they've been training their entire life for these guys. So after being in combat for 3 minutes, the enemy's attack is increased by 30% every 10 seconds with no stack limit. The resonator's attack is increased by 10% every 10 seconds up to a maximum of 100%, which is kind of nice. At the same time, all resonators in the team lose 10% of their HP every 2 seconds with a limit of 20%. I did mention this earlier. I think that's, you go down to 20% rather than it just being 20% from your health. Either way, still, this is going to be a problem. The potential for one hits is ridiculous. As I say, your dodge game is going to need to be on point. So Danjin mains were built for this. The idea that they gain, after 3 minutes, 30% attack every 10 seconds with no stack limits, this guy is going to be a problem for a lot of people. But I'm happy about this. We're seeing a skill check here. Serious skill check. It's obviously damage is going to be a factor of being able to clear it in 3 minutes, but this is a skill check, which I really like to see. And I think this is going to be a really good part of the endgame, in my opinion. And then obviously let's move on to the tactical hologram for the Sentry. And this has got barricade. No grapple point will be generated when Sentry Construct is in defense stance, which I'm assuming there's going to be grapple points for you to launch up to, which I'm assuming this is going to be quite an aerial focused fight. Could be interesting, could be frustrating. I'm not too sure. We need to see it first. When Sentry Construct is in the air, it loses an additional 1% vibration strength for each damage taken. This effect can be triggered once every 0.5 seconds. Taking damage while inflicted with Spectral Frazzle reduces an additional 2% vibration strength. This effect can be triggered once per second, okay? Again, the crumble factor is there. This is the major factor for me. This is going to make these bosses really hard. I feel like people are going to have their shit pushed in a few times with these bosses, hopefully anyway. But anyway, I wanted to focus on the main thing here, which is what I wanted to focus on beyond the difficulty potential of these fights, is this here at the top. Permanent. This is a permanent gameplay feature in the upcoming iteration of this event. Challenges against tactical hologram, and you'll see that there in the upcoming iteration of this event. Challenges against tactical hologram, fallacy of no return, and tactical hologram Sentry Construct will be available. Stay tuned for more tactical hologram challenges that will be introduced in the future versions. So, this is these two fights for this iteration of the challenge. This is what I think a lot of people have been asking for, but just in a different guise. I think a lot of people have been asking for resettable holograms. Well, I have anyway, and I've seen other people saying that it would be nicer if it was weekly or bi-weekly or whatever time frame that the holograms reset to allow you to challenge them again and potentially maybe having the ability to customize the challenge itself with adding buffs, debuffs, all of that sort of stuff. This is kind of what we're getting, albeit in a different way. So you've got this particular area you go to, which is nice. You're not going to have to go around to each individual hologram. You go here for the next level challenge, basically. And it's going to change and reset by the looks of things. Each iteration is going to bring a different enemy. So, you know, for the initial patch, this is who we're getting. Who knows who will be the next ones. And then, obviously, along with the different holograms, there's the potential for different special mechanisms to come along with them as well. So for me, I think this is really interesting, and it's something that I think is a good move from Kuro. I think this is a W. We're getting new content that is definitely skill-based content. Of course, with anything like this, there's always going to be a stat check to a degree. Can you clear it in 3 minutes? It's obviously going to be down to your rotations, your skill and all that, but obviously damage is going to be a factor. But, you know, it's basically after 3 minutes, just don't get hit, bro. So it's just like get good or get smashed, pretty much. You're going to get your cheeks spread if you're not on point, which I like the idea of this. I'm down for more of this kind of content where it's like, if you want to clear this, you just need to get better at the game. It's not about building out a roster. It's not about building up all your team so much and having everybody at certain levels, which of course that is part of it, but it's more about the mechanical skill expression in the game, which this game has a lot of mechanical skill expression. So this sort of combat for me, I think is a really good thing for the game. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Now, I might hate it when I first get into it because I might get slapped around like a cheap hooker, but I like the fact that we're going to have resets by the looks of things. We're going to have new holograms coming in. We're going to have new mechanisms, and the potential for this, I think, is massive. And I can't wait for this, actually. As somebody who's been asking for holograms to reset potentially at a weekly basis, I'm looking forward to this. So this is a massive W for me, for Wuthering Waves. A new form of endgame content. It's permanent as well. It's going to change. There's going to be different iterations of it, and I'm really looking forward to it as well. And I'm assuming that when it resets, the materials and stuff that you're going to be able to get are going to reset, and obviously potentially asteroids as well. Now, how often it resets, that's something that I'm sure they're going to tweak. I would imagine this reset will probably be longer than all of the other resets because they're going to tweak it, see how it works. Does it need tuning? Is it too difficult for most people? Or is it something that they want to keep like for the exceptional higher end of the players, I guess? I suppose that's going to be where they're going to want to balance it, aren't they? And then we'll probably see getting to a typical flow of a reset and new holograms coming. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens with this. I'm really looking forward to it. I'd like to know what you guys think as well, because I know a lot of people have been asking for the hologram resets. I think this is a better way, isn't it? This is probably a better way because it's putting it in one place and it's giving us a different challenge with maybe 2. Maybe they start adding more, maybe 3 coming at a time. We don't know. We'll see how it goes depending on how long it lasts. And again, the idea that they're in a one area, so you can go to that area and do them rather than having to bounce around the map every time the reset is pretty cool as well. So, yeah, I'd like to see how this goes in the future, how it builds out and what they do with it. But I'm very much looking forward to this. So, yeah, guys, let me know what you think in the comments about this then. Do you like the idea of this? Have you been asking for hologram resets? Or would you just prefer holograms to reset? But what do you think about the special mechanics and the idea of this becoming something that changes each iteration? I'll be really interested to see what you've got to say. And if you do enjoy it as well, guys, drop a like on the video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. All right, I'll see you later. You know.